We got the devil in the middle, crossed by the death card. That is a potent year. What it means is you are learning how to be unchained from toxic patterns. Release things that used to hold you back and draw you in. The death and rebirth. You're ending something that you used to do. It is a big chapter end in some ways. You've really outgrown a thing or two. You're not going to go back to what is comfortable old things. If you were to say the devil in vices, it would be like somebody that has maybe alcoholism or addiction or things like that. If it's behavioral, it can be people that you're addicted to or people that you're interacting with that are not good for you. You know, the ones that are the friends that your mom would say, yeah, no, 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 no. That kind of energy. And this is big. I want to see one more card, what's going on for you. Holy, I have never seen this come up in the center for a year ahead. And you, my friend, are in for a whopper of a year. Ready. Why? Because you're ready to charge ahead with the sword of truth. This is what's going through. You're cutting through a lot of the bullshit things that you ran on yourself. Bullshit. You know, we all go to an MO. Like sometimes I go to the hermit mode and I'm very hiding out and in my comfort zone and loving it, but not getting out and about like I should. We all know what our patterns are that are like too comfortable, where we need to grow and we need to expand. This guy is ready to do it. These two are big, but this one is when butterfly figures out their butterfly and not the caterpillar anymore. And this is the huge thing. It might be that some of your friends are still caterpillar and maybe making new friends or making new connections is a little bit tricky and you don't love it. But it feels like outdoing the devil this year is going to be the challenge. And it's going to come over and over by the way of old patterns. All right. Let's see what's going on in May for you. Same deck, second deck. Wow. Okay, now this is very fortunate. These two come out for May. Now, a lot of people have been seeing that tower. And some of us have gone from the tower to the temperance. These are going to be collectively huge. So you probably have already had what's going on with your tower. May you're getting new opportunities for spiritual growth and how to alchemize and transmute things, how to balance things is coming in. Areas that are off balance here, you're learning how to balance. And again, getting spiritual support in May for this. This is huge. June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Whoa. April. Holy March. This is a year where you are learning this one really, really well. And this is not my favorite thing to see in the middle. But somebody you're dealing with, you're going to outgrow this year. And it might be the pull that they have. It's almost like a magnetic pull to you over and over and over. And it feels like this lesson needs to complete. By next March, you have completed it. In April, you're beginning strength and ending strength. So what I'm seeing here with the strength card, I dealt this out as if it were to come in next April. But we're finishing up April today. We're in May here. It will be there. This is when you're learning to follow the nudge. Again, learning to alchemize the spiritual stuff coming in. Let's see what's going on here. June. Hierophant. This is when you get kind of the keys to the kingdom. You get the job promotions. You get the reward. You get something traditionally that's a gift that's coming in a big way. The lesson sometimes that the teacher has is considered the teacher. It's typically shown like with a monk and two acolytes that he's giving the keys to, giving wisdom to. The knowledge, the information you need is being presented to you now, being offered to you now, in order that you might conquer this year. It's huge. It really is a stepping away from something that is a difficult pattern. Yeah. And sometimes this would come through if somebody was breaking through a generational curse or a generational issue that is trauma that needs healed. You might see cards like this going down. All right. July. Four of Wands. Love that. Okay. Four of Wands is the card of graduations, weddings, and birth. This is celebration, walking through a threshold of something, dancing through it, things lining up in a synchronistic way. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming in July. I want to see what else is going on here. Wow. With the death in the middle here, there's something in July where you're walking away from something that is a heavily grieved sorrow that your heart has carried for too long. And you're dancing through, you're moving through this in a different way. You are letting go. This is one of the first challenges of the year for you, is to let go of something, to pivot, to look at the two cups remaining instead of grieving over the ones that have spilled, where the emotional losses has been, you're going to still have 2 remaining. This is really, really good. It's challenging. Huge challenging, but good. You might not feel so butterfly today in this moment. You might feel like you're still trying to work your way out of the cocoon. That's okay. It is work to do that, and nobody can do it for you. And if somebody tries to help a butterfly out of a cocoon, never do that. You can't help wipe the goo off those wings. They need to do that to get strong enough to be able to fly. It doesn't serve it. It harms them. It diminishes their ability to survive and thrive when others help too much. This is what's coming in. Grieve what it is, and it feels individual to you. This loss, this sorrow, this pain. It is individual to you. It's a knowing that you have. Again, a knowing of a truth that you have. And then going away from something. That's June, July, August. Sneaky Pete the Thief. Love this. Now, some of these cards, people are going to be like, oh, that's a very negative card. Whether it's the Tower or the Devil or whatever. And the Tower isn't in here. But these cards, all cards have the negative and the positive aspect. The Thief is when you're not covering your ass. The lesson that you need to learn is cover your ass. If you don't, somebody will take advantage and you'll feel ripped off. If you do, you prioritize time. Typical depiction, you see him leaving tents behind him that have soldiers in there. He's leaving behind a war and he's disarming the soldiers so that when they figure out that the swords are gone, perhaps the battle wouldn't go. You might be changing fate a little bit by prioritizing what's important to you and stepping towards what's for your best good. This is huge for you. This is August. Guard your time and guard your priorities really, really well. What is actually important to you? You're getting more and more clear. This guy has taken action because he's clear about what's priority to him. And he's not going to die for somebody else's stupid battle or somebody else's cause. And he's not going to surround himself with idiots that are ready to go arguing about anything. It's just you've outgrown this. You've got new thoughts that you want to carry and you're traveling a little lighter. Now, September, the Lover's card. Huge. This is Major Arcana. This is about choices coming in. It's not just about who we love. It's about our heart's desire and what we love and making a choice. How are we going to go forward? That's what this is about. This is soul contract stuff to come in for this choice. I want to see what else is here. You have a lot of Major Arcana coming in through the fall, starting in September. Of course, this is guard your heart, guard your heart. Don't give your heart too easily to others and make sure you have enough for you. You've got August here, September here. Sometimes people say, oh, this is miserly, but it's also guarding what you've acquired. It's creating a little bit of a start in a way of resources, a way of money, and guarding that. Guard your heart a little bit. This is something you need to choose your heart's desire, nobody else's. Okay, we've got October going on. October, we got the Shaman, which is like the magician. This is one that has the ability to transmute, to use all the elements at his disposal, and to manifest. He doesn't just change one thing to another. He's very the magician. This one transmute, I says, because he's got that shaman aspect to him too. You have all of the elements that you need. You forget this. You think you don't have what you need in order to make the choice that you need to make to go forward. You do have them. In October, you'll have your ducks in a row lined up, ready to go, ready to go. Now here we have the Knight of Cups and the Fool. The caution on this is don't fall for the dreamer, don't fall for the Romeo. The Romeo needs to fuck right off. The Romeo needs to exit stage left, whatever. You need to chase after your own grail. Right here, as presented here. You need to be the one seeking the grail. You need to be the one seeking what is spiritually rewarding for you, what is something you want. It's got to be what you want. What do you want? What do you want? Not what somebody else wants or what you thought you wanted years ago. What your old dream is, you've outgrown. And the Fool needs to take a leap of faith and trust again. You have the Magician here, you have the Lovers here, the Magician, and then the Fool. You got to take the leap of faith. Trust the universe to move forward. I knew I'd see it. I knew I'd see it as soon as I saw that Devil down. Okay, this is the Six of Swords, December. What's coming up in December for you? You're figuring out how to leave the rough waters for smooth. Now, sometimes people will see this card when they're leaving a very long and lengthy relationship that's been difficult or stunting or harsh. This is leaving those rough waters for smooth. It's the mind knows that it's been a little bit too much of a burden, and you want something that's just peace. You just want some damn peace for yourself, and that's not a wrong thing. But you're making a plan, getting on board the ship. You're no longer on the shore. You're actually crossing over, doing something different. And this is a journey that's really specific. And it feels like in this picture, there's depicted somebody else with you, but it feels like not everyone is going to understand this choice, but it's important. And why? Because in January, you're getting your wish. In January, this is the wish card: contentment, happiness across the board, emotional fulfillment, satisfaction. Way. So much that you want to share. This is huge. But you have to step out of this negative energy. You have to take the chains away from the devil. And whether that means that it's a pattern or a person that you're chained to, you know better than I do. But this old shit that isn't working isn't going to autocorrect. It's not going to fix, and it's not going to change. And staying there just is harder and harder for your soul. You can't stay in this pattern, in this holding space anymore. You've got to get out of there. You've got to get out of there. You know this. That's what's going on here. February, we see the Nine of Wands, the one that took the stand and is resilient, the soldier that is standing strong. And then the Ace of Wands, this 10th one. But instead of it being the 10 where the burden is, this is something new start in February. Career, family, big things. I want to get a little bit of clarifier for that. February feels like so good. So good. It's like a little bit, January and February feel like a reprieve. Yeah. And I'm getting these two want to come out. February going into March. Wow. Okay. All right. So what we're seeing here is the Empress coming through and also the Eight of Wands. All the ducks in a row starting to get energized for the next 2 months and very, very receptive. This is a card of fertility, abundance, and growth. This is the one, be careful in who you're dealing with and how you're dealing. But this is something that's the new start, new growth, new project, huge. This starts in February, carries through to March. You're dealing with the devil again. This pattern, this person, this whatever this old devil is, he's going to evidence himself in an obnoxious way in March coming up. And you're going to have to figure out, and you will have figured out because you will have made things in a row. It's like sometimes we have the devils that we leave behind, whether they're our exes or people we've outgrown or just things that are just we've left in the past. And it's like it crosses your path again in March. It's not going to have you trapped. It's not going to have you fooled. You'll have the Empress and you'll be in command, in authority, receptive, ready, know the realm you have, know your own power because you've gone through and changed some things. And then you move forward with strength in April. Anything else about April? No. Anything else about this year as you're proceeding forth? Because this is a huge year. I mean, it feels like something in your soul contract has summoned all of this going on in this year. This is a lot of major arcana for 1 year to be going through. But it is colossal size change. It's an epic year for you. Four of Wands. It's synchronistic timing. And we had this before. You're going to start feeling this really start happening in July. But this is what's happening. You're going through this portal. You can't hold it back any more than you could hold back anything else. So this is what it is. The growth has to happen. The walking through graduations, weddings, births. These are different commitments, different leveling up, different achievement. This is the spring energy that needs to come through. Whatever it is that you need to grieve and be done with, you're about done with it. You can't help but become bigger. You can't help but grow into this version of yourself. It will not be stopped. It's going to go forward, period, point blank. This is not stopping at all. That's what I've got. That's complete. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Difficult, big, strong, powerful, potent. All of those words. Epic year for you. Anything that is asking you to grow and expand and stretch, and it's going to resonate with your spirit, and you're going to go for it. It's big. You're shedding some of this old stuff in a big way. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge, huge. Yeah, that was a big one, honey. Big one.
She said, thanks. I'll make sure to wear my big girl pants this year.
Yeah. Yeah, and wear some like big girl boots so you can do some ass kicking when you need to. Or high heels with spike if you need to step on a fucker's foot once in a while. Just saying. You know.
What?
You're a man. Don't ask. Women know that sometimes you got to have these things that are accoutrements for if you need to be a little... Yeah.
She put LOL.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, Ange. All right, we have 3 on the list. We have
Okay.
Brandy, Krista, Samantha. If you'd like to get on the list, get a read from Ange.
Okay.
$20 blind oracle. That was a $30 a year ahead right there. The one question tarot reads, 30 for the mini, 40 for the full, and the specialty reads.
Yep.
And those are the apps.
Okay.
Krista put, oh, we heard you, Angie.
Yeah.
All right, Brandy is up. Full general.
Brandy, full general. Brandy, we are going into I think it's called the Mystic Soul Tarot. It's a really good one. And I love it quite a lot. It surprised me. So often they do. Full general. Okay. I'm getting the image of the Ten of Cups overhead. We're going to lay the spread accordingly to that. And I'm getting the image of the family, but when I see the family in the Ten of Cups, no, it's a flower that's here. So we'll put 3 here. Then we're going to arc the rainbow this way. Then we're going to go into the other decks and see what it has to say on it. All right. The 3 in the center, the 3 factors in the center. Past, present, future coming through is what these cards are representing. Yes, yes. Okay, yes. Another shuffle and then arc over the top. Yeah, okay. The momentum is going to take a little bit to work up to, but that's going to be okay. 4 of Wands coming through. Now, we just discussed this. This is dancing through the threshold. This is the past. There's something that was like such a synchronistic thing that you've passed off. Like, check that box. When you get to the point of graduation, you've done all the work to move to the next level. Graduations, weddings, and birth. It's graduation and birth. There's something you're welcoming in. This is going to be new and huge for you. This is the past. The present, the Fool right here. Gorgeous, gorgeous. No wonder I love this deck so much. Show her this Fool. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's dancing over the edge of the cliff. And knowing full well you'll be caught. Knowing full well you'll be ready to take the leap of faith. Really, really beautiful. And then the Magician in the future. Look at what you're learning. Third eye opening up in a huge, huge way. You're walking a little bit of a more mystic path than you used to walk. A little bit different. A little bit different. Sometimes we do spiritual growth and we think, okay, we're doing spiritual growth or intuitive. But when we think of a mystic, the modern type of mystic, it's somebody that is seeking for themselves. It's not just the hermit seeking its own soul's growth. It's not just that. It's seeking to have things on your own terms. And if you're a little bit trippy and weird for a while, so be it. This is exactly what you're here to explore. You're not on anybody else's timetable or agenda anymore. This is your glorious leap of faith coming in. This is what's happening. What's all above you. And there is no time in here. The momentum is coming as we go forward. This is past, present, future. But this feels like it's all happening at once through here.
My divorce was finalized on the 25th. I'm so excited about it.
You're going to have a fun year. Excellent. Good. Good. Yeah, divorce is hard. It's such a bummer to have to go through. But the you become after you're free of what didn't serve, what wasn't for your highest good is huge. So let me go into these and then we'll see the clarifiers as we come. Knight of Swords charging ahead. Ace of Cups presenting. Huge, huge emotional growth coming for you. Not just spiritual, but emotional coming through. King of Cups, a very, very balanced and detached way of doing your emotions, using them as tools for your own growth rather than something that hampers you. 2 of Cups. Now this feels plural. This is usually perfect partner or perfect friend or perfect business. It feels plural. So you're going to be meeting many that are good fits that understand the you are now. This version of you bringing forward. It feels plural. This 2 of Cups feels like sister from the other mister, kindred spirit in that way, soulmate that way. Feels like also very, very good soul connections. Feels plural. Often this is love relationship, and I would caution you on this, not to take this as romantic relationship and dive into rebound or dive into anything sooner than your soul is ready for. Feels like plural spirits coming in. 9 of Cups coming in through this. Absolutely. There's a huge amount of contentedness to do things just the way you want. And just the way you are is coming through. Like, yeah, that song, Just the Way You Are, is coming through really loud. Don't go changing anything. Anything. Don't change a thing right now. Yeah, these are the ones that love you just the way you are. As you are. The version that you have grown into and what you've left behind is huge. 8 of Wands. Setting up things in a quick way that everything suddenly seems to be lining up. It's like, oh, how random was that? Oh, how lucky was that? Oh my gosh. I can't even... All these random things lining up, and you're going to see serendipity over and over and over lining up for you. Hermit card, you're going to travel some path on your own. It's good for you. It's for soul's growth, but you have to be ready for the climb. And you are ready. You are ready for it. Ready to move forward in a gorgeous way. Strength card coming in. This is really gorgeous. This is following the nudge. The Hermit knows how to do this. The Strength card powers you like a battery charging something, giving you enough juice, enough strength, enough, not just willpower, but enough physical power and stamina to do this is coming through. Anything else on that? Absolutely. Trust it. Trust that the universe is trying to help you recharge your battery for what's to come. Not because they're going to be drained, but because you are a stronger version of yourself. You are like the steel that's been through the fire and been tempered. This is huge. Going forward, the momentum's going to be here going forward. This is the only one that feels slightly timey, and this feels in the future coming up. And then death, a total transformative rebirth of self, and something else that has ended. Give yourself 6 months of what feels like vacation time from your old soul, your old weight, heavy, burdened responsibility. I'm not talking weight, chubba. I'm talking everything that other people put on you to do. You're on vacay for the next 6 months, getting to know your independent self again. And they can all hear the word no a little more loudly. It's really good to define new boundaries as you're going right here. Really good. Now let's see what else is going on with this. I want a little clarification. And this has the gorgeous butterfly in there, and then the cosmic egg and snake here, snake reference here. The shedding of the old skin also referenced here. Gorgeous. I want a little bit of clarity on that, because you have the Magician in the future, and this is what's coming up. Love it. Love it. Okay, what we're seeing here is you're going to have the rewards, and you need to be wise in how you spend your resources. This is the hand that's grabbing the dollar and holding the coins. You need to listen to the nudge to guard your resources. This is important for you. This will help you have more when you need them, and it's something that you are learning, a new pattern that you are learning to strengthen for yourself. Not just saying no to others, but prioritizing resources for yourself. So if that means going out and getting your nails done, if that means buying your favorite lip color, if it means spending money on yourself, or if it means learning how to frugally make egg noodles and do that, whatever it is that fits and sits right with your soul, that's what you should be doing. So protect your resources. Don't overspend for other people. Spend on yourself is what I'm getting. Walking away from what is unsatisfying is what you're learning. That's what the death is all about. That's the miniature of the Hermit. You got the big of the Hermit, and you're doing it in your daily realm. And then look what else came up. This is what made me so happy. I love it. I love it. These cards are great. Does she need to know anything else? Yeah, okay. We're going to go into the third deck just for a little bit of a quick 5-line message to you. Just for this day. We've given you the overarching, and it does feel like a 6-month span. Okay, for this day. Celebrate yourself to a huge degree. Be in the company of those that would celebrate you, and the benefits come in huge reward. Huge reward. This feels like 3 of Cups meets 3 of Coins all together. So if you're going to take an art class because you like to do arts and you want to honor your art gifts or whatever this is, honor this, move forward, move forward. Don't refuse the gifts that are offered. Don't stay too much in the dark or in the shadows. Don't stay isolated too much. You need to socialize. Page of Cups says, there is a new gift coming through. This is a different thing, and this is considered the artist and the creative one. You are doing art in every day you're living. You're creating that day. Understand that this is for your good. This is coming through in a huge way. Let your creative side sing. You might not have thought of yourself as creative as you actually are. To get to this point, to come through to this far, has been hugely creative endeavor.
I'm hoping to go back to school.
Love it. Yeah, you're knowing your value. You're knowing your worth. You're doing something that is hugely rewarding for you. And you're taking time to plan really well before you do it. So if you want to go back to school, that's great. But make your plan clear as to what you want to do. Make your plan super clear. The logic and the reasoning of it, why you need to do it, needs to be planned in a way that suits your need and in a way that you can plan. It doesn't need to be forever long term either. It needs to honor you and honor this creative desire that you have. The desire to share with others needs to be honored. That's what I've got. That's complete. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Like you've leveled up. Yeah. Yeah. The honoring who you are is more important than any one specific facet or aspect of education for you right now, the honoring who you are. So before you dive into coursework or whatever, make sure it really resonates with who you are becoming. Okay, make sure it's current. This version of you, not some past version.
I'm so ready for this next chapter. I've been tied down for so long emotionally.
Yeah, you are way ready. And you can see it all through here. All through here. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous. That's what I got for you. And this is, I think, the Mystic Soul or something like that. It's just beautiful. All right.
And Brandy said, thank you so much, Angie.
You're welcome, honey. Yeah, and this felt like the span of roughly 6 months. So, yeah. And before you get into school and get all that, you make sure you spoil yourself rotten, honey. Because if you do go into school, you'll have to buckle down and you won't have as much command of your time. So just spoil yourself rotten. Okay.
All right. Okie doke, we have 2 on the list. We have Krista, we have Samantha. If you'd like to get on the list,
Okay.
$20 blind oracle, the year ahead, the mini and the full, the 1-question tarots, and the specialties.
Yep. Yep.
Those are the apps we use.
Okay.
All right, Brandy said, definitely going to spoil myself.
Good.
LOL.
Good. Yay. Okay.
Okay, Krista is up
Okay.
for a blind and a pinch.
For blind in a pinch for Krista.
Samantha, you're on deck.
Why are we here?
Oh,
This
Krista
is
said,
Krista's
quick
blind.
question first.
Okay.
Oh, quick question feist. I think she meant first.
Okay. Quick question first.
Does she have the Beyond Lemura Oracle deck?
Yes. 2.
Of
Give me
course
just
you
a
have
second.
2. Of course.
I have the pocket version right here handy. We'll do this. Yeah, the Lemurian teacher's coming out and the school days cards are coming out. Just, we're looking. There is one that's called, I think Tarot of the Golden Age, and the creator of Beyond Lemuria is Izzy something or other, Izzy, and she created this one. They've changed the tarot. It's not so tarot-y as it is its own kind of separate, but it's stated in tarot structure, but it doesn't feel like the Rider-Waite quite exactly. So but it's beautiful. It feels like somewhere a hybrid between the oracle here and what is traditional tarot.
She doesn't need to use it. Was just curious.
Oh, I've got it. We're using it.
Oh, jeez, Angie.
Yep, Goddess Bastet is coming in. Cat Goddess coming in. Very, very much cat energy coming in. All right. We're going to the school days deck. That's the oracle for school days for you. Basic simples, basic simples. Funds are coming through. Rah. Okay, fun and departure. There's something, this is vacation. This is take a break. Holiday weekend. What is that? Lampoon Vacation Song, Holiday Road or something like that. Holiday Road.
Yep.
Yeah, that's...
Lindsay Buckingham, I believe.
I don't know who the fuck, but departure towards fun. This is what you need to head towards. Don't take things so seriously. Lighten up. Okay, what's going to happen here? A little bit of romance, a little bit of cunning. This is great. Now, romance, we often think of romance like just between us and our partner or our spouse or whatever, but there's romantic notions and idealistic dreams that we have also. So this is a little bit of romance and a little bit of cunning. If you want the ideal, if you want a little bit of fun, you might want to take your partner with you. A little bit of cunning to just get a little bit of a brief getaway. Sometimes a staycation in your own town, my mom used to call it going motelling. When you go to the motel in your own town, you don't really go for a vacation, but you go motelling. You just get a break from what it is. You might go to the motel overnight and like have dinner or whatever. But yeah, that's what it feels like. A little bit of cunning and a little bit of this romance, and then legacy. It'll be better for, if you had kids, it'd be better for the kids involved. It's like you need a refresher. You need some time where somebody takes your kids and locks you out of your house. And yes, I have done that for one of my friends. I'm like, it's your anniversary. You need to go. And took her kids, and she had 5 kids. And I'm like, you need to go.
Single as a Pringle.
Yeah. So then you need to go. Maybe you'll be finding some romance, or maybe you're finding something that's the ideal, that's super, super fun. And then legacy. But the playful energy needs to come. There's something about this deck, like very, very Dick and Jane kind of look, you know, in those old books that we had. And the romance here. It's very, very, the simples are coming through again. The simples. the simple aspects of having fun and giving yourself a break. So you wouldn't go moteling necessarily if you're single. I don't see that as how you would do it. I'm not saying you can't or you don't, no judgment on that. But you would go for a different kind of pleasure, a different kind of play, a different kind of fun. Yeah, I don't see you going to the club and throwing down for a good one night stand of knocking boots and it's like epic life remembering, but who was that guy? No, that's not, I don't think you're wired that way.
I mean, I have.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that I don't know that that's the fun. You're seeking something that is a playful, fun, playful. And again, in the simples is coming through. And I want 2 up here and 1 over here. So it looks like there's 3 more cards coming in. Today is a clever day for planning this. The 30's coming through. Are we on March 30th, is it?
Today's April 30th.
April 30th, excuse me. We're on the 30th. There's a clever plan in this. There's cunning. Plan it and plan for a month also. Plan for this. There's something about this 30 coming in and it's very much rewarding. There's a completion and a completion and a completion. That's 3 completions of something. Despair is done. No more is the desperate, oh, I can't and I won't and no. Despair is leaving. Cunning is coming in instead. Connection is coming in. And there's something that is a planning coming in. A breaking free. A breakthrough is this card. Breakthrough is coming in. And letting go of stinginess. Wow, 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 wow. You're leaving something behind where you have shortchanged yourself and not giving yourself enough play, enough pleasure, enough fun. And you're starting to learn how to do that and that it's not a bad thing and it's not wrong and you don't have to earn it. You deserve to have fun just because you're here. Not every moment's going to be fun, but God, you could use some more. And here's the breakthrough, to realize the worthiness to play and enjoy life is okay.
She did put, yeah, not in the energy of knocking random boots.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
And then
You know, we have wild oats and we have less wild oats, and that's
whoa,
okay.
that smacks.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, now let's see what's going on. What is the teacher trying to show you? If you do it in the simple way, in the very Dick and Jane, like that movie where they go on a burglary streak, really funny movie. Silly, but funny. But okay, if you do it in a more simple way, without thinking and overthinking, see, spot, run. You know, when you get it very down to the basics, this is what you're connecting with again. The basics of just having fun. And what I'm getting is a lack of accountability to the clock. There needs to be something where you can go and surrender your time, surrender the desired outcome, the controlled outcome, and let that go. Just let it go. Yeah. Okay, let's see what these cards have for you. Okay, all right. Oh, wow. Okay, the cat came up again. All right, I know why this is here. The cat is here, and it's not just about Bastet, and it's not about anything that's on the back of that card. What it is about is creating your own magic and doing things by the way of the cat. The cats do exactly what they want. They sit in the sun how long they want to sit. They take a nap when they want to sit. They push the glass off the counter when they want to. They aren't doing it by anybody's charm. Nobody's going to tell a cat, even a house cat, how to operate. No. No. There isn't a lot of cat training schools. There's dog training schools, but cats already know who they are in a very distinct way, and they are sleek, and they strut. It's not stray dog strut, it's stray cat strut. This is you getting in touch with the feminine and the feline all at once, this way that you can move a little bit differently through life and honor this very, very stealthy, take care of yourself, and you know exactly how lethal you can be. Yeah, that's what's coming up.
True story. Uh-huh.
Standing very, very strong in your power. This is huge for you. You're accessing different codes spiritually, but when you are playing, when you are doing things that are very, very fun for you, you access even more, and you access it even more quickly. It's restorative like a lagoon. This is what's coming through. It's not so much the pulse of the heart that's coming through, it's the lagoon experience. So this is like if you were to go where there's water, or go for, maybe you would even go to a salt cave bath or the ocean. Either one would serve in the same way. But when you go to have fun, it's almost as restorative. Yeah. Yeah. There is something that is coming through that Mo is sketching like in a frenzy. She's sketching. She wants the water. She's seeing like Havasu. It reminds me of Havasu. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to there, but there needs to be a place that is your mental place, that's your mental Havasu. Look it up. You'll see it. It's like a very clear kind of lake and some rocks around. I'm getting Havasu. Sketching as fast as she can. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Then coming up here, what is this? These are just the downloads that you can just almost open your palm and they'll drop in and you'll know. You're going to get them quick. They're going to come through with quick frequencies and you'll know. You might not know exactly how to use this, but the trusting of the knowing is there. This card is one about loving compassion on this card, and it's the receptivity is there.
Now, you mean Lake Havasu, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I think so.
Did she put Havasu Falls?
I think
I'm
it's
sure
a
you
lake.
can-
I'm getting a lake.
Well, Lake Havasu, Arizona. It's like Arizona, California
Okay,
border.
she's just scratching Havasu. So have a break. Havasu. Okay. Have something that is simple and sweet for just you. Yes. Yes. This is what I'm getting. This is huge. This is where you're most receptive to your learning. The teacher is very, very pleased with this. Brings in this easily. Allows you to come out of there standing in your power. You know how people used to talk about going to soak in mud baths? It's like if you get into some place that has this lagoon lake energy for you, you come out of it standing strong. This is huge for you. That's what I've got. I don't know what all that's about, but the breakthrough energy coming through in this way. That's what I got.
Woo.
Holy smokes. I wouldn't have thought about combining those decks, but when you said it, I couldn't not. I couldn't not
She
combine
was
those
just
decks.
curious, Ange.
Well, yeah. And not always do I know the specific oracles I've got and the specific names, but that one I definitely know. And the author is Izzy something, and it's gorgeous. And then the Golden Age Tarot might not be what you want. You can look through some of the cards, but it's a little bit different. But it's hybrid between those two. It's more of a hybrid type of a deck to me.
Izzy Ivy can put.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, we need a pinch.
Okay, just one sec.
And Krista put, I just ordered Beyond Lemuria.
You're gonna love it. And okay, the Beyond Lemuria cards, the full size, they're bigger than this. They'll show the pictures. The book is good, but these ones have a little bit of a summary that they would have in the book on the back, which is why I had to get two because I like it. But this art in the bigger format is gorgeous, and this is the pocket edition. Either one, great. Okay, the pinch. What is it with you and that? What is it? Yeah. I don't know what's coming through with you in the pinch, but I'm getting old Samsonite luggage, old blue luggage that has those silver things, the silver buckles on the old luggage. You definitely need to be taking a break. Let's see what's going on. There's something about attaching something to, yeah, here comes the travel. The attachment needs to be let go of. The responsibilities needs to let go of. And you need to be like totally exploring. This is the baby, the diaper pin, the attachments. It doesn't feel like you need to be attached to the responsibilities. It feels like you need to be taking the steps to travel. It's going to free your heart. It's going to release something and open up against this, again, the spirituality thing in a huge, huge way. This is huge. It will help you speak your truth more. Really, really helping open up the heart more. I don't know if you can see that. And then here, let me get my little pointers. Here we've got another key. Here's a key here, key here. The key to spiritually freeing the heart. Now look, so intertwined. Now, we've seen this the other day. I have a couple of these charms that are similar, and it was in yellow the other day. But I take the colors in the way that you would take chakra colors when I'm reading charms sometimes. And this feels right. This feels very right. And this doesn't feel like you and kid. The other day, it came up, and if it's representing people, I'll let you know it's representing. If it feels that way, this feels like you, student and teacher, representing again. It's almost echoing some of what was there before. The key to opening up your learning is this way that we talked about before, to keep it simple, to express your truth. You do a beautiful job of this. And to travel and explore, you're going to find synchronicities and delights as you go forward. What do we got here? Little kid. Oh, show her this one. This one's too good. Can you see that one? It looks like a little girl. So it's this little girl, and it feels like the younger version of you wants more play. The younger version, little girl version of you needs to be around and evidenced in some way. Like it really, really does. It's something that brings you happiness. And it's like sometimes we get in this space where we're thinking, well, we're grown up and we put away those childish things. But every once in a while, you just have to have something that delights you. Up on the shelves, I don't know if you can go up to the genie bottle on the shelf and show them that. But I loved seeing that. I just had to have it. I just wanted it. Every time I see it, I love it because it reminds me of when I was a kid. It reminds me of how much I loved that Goofy show. I mean, I was a kid that asked for a flying carpet for 2 Christmases running. Yeah. But I still love seeing that. It brings joy. There's more joy that needs to come through. This little girl, playful energy that needs to come through is huge. And it feels like the time is right for this. This is the soul contract or contracted and a promise. This feels like a promise you made to yourself. But once you had done blah, 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 then you have either made it or then that's when life gets easier. You don't have to have that promise going out further, 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 further. It's okay for life to get easier for you right now. Anything else she needs to know? We'll go here real quick. The lesson for the next month that you need to know that will help you remember this promise. Can't get any more plain. You are the one that makes the magic happen. You have all the tools already. The magician is there. The fool goes immediately to the magician, learning the basics and learning by the way of a child. If we view the fool as a baby getting born and deciding to come to planet Earth, the magician is where we learn how to talk. We learn how we can get things handled and done. We learn all of our basic skill set of what we need. When we need to sleep, when we need to play, when we need to throw a tantrum. All of those things. We learn to incorporate all the elements that are just basics, like when the toddlers know how to raid the cookie jar on top of the fridge. When you know how to get what it is that you need. You just need an ice cream sandwich because you need an ice cream sandwich. And no, you're not going to have a tuna sandwich. You need the ice cream sandwich. There needs to be some of that insistent, defiant magic that comes through that's playful energy from the little girl energy. That's what I'm getting. That's complete. Gorgeous. Very, very fun. And I don't know if this is the mystical realm or what. Must be a very mystical kind of a day. That's what it's feeling like. All right.
Oh, she put, oh, that's huge.
Yeah, yeah. It's a big one for you. All right. Yeah, you don't ever forget that you've got the magic already in you. That's what one of the things that we have to overcome in Earth School. All of us. We have to overcome this, and we do it best when we're in a space of joy, of happy, of play. All right.
All right, the lesson of being allowed to enjoy life now it isn't.
Yeah.
I've got the magic in me.
Yeah. Actually, you do.
All right, and see, Crystal put, I have the Dream of Genie collection for my inner child.
Love it, love it, love it. No, my mom, she couldn't get me a flying carpet, but she did get me like a genie bottle that opened up and had a little genie doll in it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. And when I saw that online, I had to get it. Had to get it. The other thing that's coming through is, you know, we see that quote and it's be the miracle you want to see in the world or be the change you want to see in the world. For you, it comes through as be the magic you want to see in the world because we already have this in us. Something just came up and it was a note about something near the door and I think it might be a package full of cards. Is it?
No.
Oh, damn. Then never mind. It could just be the lawn maintenance people. So, all right. Not to worry then. Next.
Next.
If it's not my little package that I would probably run down and have Phil like be entertaining with cards and come up if it was like the Chimu package that had Oracle cards and charms and, you know,
I think it's my new mattress for the truck.
Oh, yay.
Well, yeah, or Alexa just like, somebody's at the front door
flashes.
And showed the picture.
Yeah,
from
he just had that set up.
from
So
the
if I'm
doorbell.
upstairs and my daughter comes to visit, then I'll see that she's there if I'm lost in books or whatever. So zip it, Alexa. Quiet. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, guys. I said the wrong name and now she's blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Christopher, thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey.
Christopher,
You are
I have
so
the
welcome.
glass bottle that's blue, some old whiskey bottle. I kept it cut. It
Oh.
looks similar to her bottle.
Yeah, they based it on an old bottle. So of like alcohol, and I forget which one, but that's what they based it on. And they painted it up for the show. So yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay, Samantha, I need your question when you get a chance.
Okay, let me get some water.
Yeah, if you've never seen all the stuff that Angie has.
I love, and I used to have my oracles there, but now that the tarot's here, oracles through here,
Well,
I'll
I'm
probably
looking-
rearrange
I'm
them.
showing the wall.
Oh,
Not your goofy cards.
sorry, I did not know. Yeah, the butterflies up there. One is from my sister, and her husband made the frame. Pilato Creations, if you like wood carving or wood creations, or you know somebody, that's my brother-in-law. And then my niece did the blue butterfly for me. And then butterflies that have been sent to me from Chad and from my sister and from my daughter and all of that. And there's stuff here from Kim and Steph over here. There's cards in the collection from Kim. So it's like, it's good. Yeah. So I guess that's the studio as it sits. But it's always, how do I figure out more space? I need to figure out different kinds of shelving, and I don't know how yet.
Yeah,
The organizing
she's starting
gene
to
skipped.
outgrow this little portion here. So.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know what to do. So figure it out. Quit buying tarot cards. What?
There you go.
No. No, I think not. I think there I don't go. Very much there I don't go. All right.
Yeah, she definitely, yeah, here's
I
all the decks
love-
again. There's all,
Like each one of these is 10 decks, and then I have oracles just jammed in here as much as I can. But yeah, so yeah, I probably do have at least 750 decks. That's probably actually at least that is real, but is
Yeah, it's
factual.
crazy.
So
see,
yeah.
Kim said, I told you the garage.
I'm
be
telling
perfect.
you, I know it'll be so hot. I'll be like, I'm melting. She'll be like, no, I'm not moving my car. No. So
Crystal
but-
put you need library shelves. Yes, she does.
I might. I might. And this summer I might move some of my stuff downstairs, because if it gets too hot to work upstairs, then I might be working from my downstairs
Kim
dining
put
room
just
area.
move Phil stuff out.
Just get a house next door that they might call this the office then. I don't know.
Okay, Samantha is a year ahead.
Okay.
She put general please or year ahead. So let's go year ahead.
Year ahead. We are going to go with the Golden Art Nouveau for Samantha. Now, this is one of my favorites. Golden Art Nouveau.
List is still open if you want to get on. Get a read from Ange.
Year ahead. 2 in the middle, 12 months around, and the clarifiers as they come. That's typically how it's done, but you guys have seen sometimes there's a little bit more. Wow. You need to be steely as fuck. You need to be logical, clear-headed, clear-minded, and a good planner this year. You are waiting for your ship to come in, and there's going to be a test of patience, but you need to make plans. This is like you need to be as strategic as the King of Swords coming in. This is coming in for you. And this feels very, very potent today. I'm going to get one more. I lied. 2 want to come. 2 want to come. You're working towards something. You're leaving something in the past and bringing something in the future. So the 8 of Cups is one of leaving, like the miniature hermit. And the 9 of Cups is having the wish fulfilled. This is what you're trying to do. So these feel like they're laid like this. So that's what's going on. We're going to take a look around the entire thing, and then we'll clarify with the minis if we need to. So let's see what we got here. Starting in May. Yeah, and it feels like if we were to do it this way, this feels accurate, okay? Hopefully that helps. All right. One more shuffle will start in May. And this is the Golden Art Nouveau. It's very, very Rider-Waite based, but it's gorgeous. And it's even prettier in person. Yeah, it's a real workhorse of a deck. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and April. Okay. That comes through with very much a huge amount of flow. Your planning is an asset. You might not think of yourself as a planner, but when you create plans, when you create goals for yourself to go towards, you break them down in incremental pieces and it really works to your advantage. December, January, February, March, April, May. Okay. Right now, there's a huge, huge cup being offered. This is a huge opportunity coming your way for growth, for the emotional well-being. This is a card of overflow of the spirit. Hermit's coming in June. So there's something spiritual task that you need to do in the month of May that preps you for holding the light a little stronger in June. Now this is the major arcana to me of this card. This one, somebody leaves something that's unfulfilling and goes their own way, goes on their own path. This one is associated with dark night of the soul, goes on their own path, holds the light for others. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. This is coming in, and this could be Virgo energy crossing your path. Yeah, it feels very much Virgo energy coming in. So you're getting a September early. Your seasons are off a little bit. That's okay. Sometimes we do the wheel of the year and we expect the traditional things, but you might feel sliding timelines is what I'm getting. Sliding timelines, and it feels like fall wants to start in the end of July for you. Don't know why. That's what I'm feeling. Anything else that she needs to know on that? Queen of Swords. Very clear about what you're cutting, what you need, and what you don't. And this is as far as managing time, information, and skills as well. Like paperwork even can sometimes be it. Clear, sharp-minded, sometimes to do with legal, but mostly to do with thoughts. Clear-headed going forward. This feels here. Going forward. Now, we've got June here, July, we got Knight of Pentacles. The one that's really prepared, but kind of slow, but travels really, really ready. This one travels really, really ready, and almost this one is a little bit got the page coming up in it too. The page is what I call the Batman card, where somebody finally figures out they're not playing Robin anymore. They're Batman. They're supposed to be lead character, but they're just holding and they're a little hesitant to go forward. They're staring at their talent, but they haven't offered to gift it. This one really is Batman in the Batmobile, ready to go. Ready to go. July, you are really more than ready to take this on. Don't underestimate yourself. You are prepared. You are fully prepared. Whether you recognize it or not, you are. And you don't need 15 suitcases to do whatever trip this is. You don't need to be over and over and over and over prepared. You need to be prepared enough, not overstocked. Okay, that's July. August. There's a sense of resilience coming through. A little bit of tiredness. A little bit of tiredness, a little bit of worn out. These 2 months feel pretty intense. And this one is like, glad I made it through that. This is August. It's like you are tired. Standing strong, done what you need to do, but a little bit tired. Resilience is the thing on this card. And really, really holding your own boundaries is not always easy, but you are able to do it.
I've been feeling imposter syndrome.
I have a few thoughts on that imposter syndrome. Usually it's when we are afraid of stepping into our greatness, or when we have heard too many voices telling us something different than what we actually know. We're taught culturally to doubt, to disbelieve, to dismiss a lot of things, particularly when it comes to the intuitive and spiritual realm. If you feel like imposter syndrome regarding spiritual gifts or what you're seeing spiritually or what you're thinking of as signs, start keeping the Harriet the Spy type of notepad, where if you have a dream and it has an impression on you, if you see a rock and you like, that's a little different, if you see something that stands out and your intuition kicks off, just keep your little Harriet the Spy pad and write it down as evidence. Because over time, the things that you've written down will be the evidence file for you to trust yourself a little bit more. The resilience will come. No, you're not an imposter, but you're out of the comfort zone. And this is part of learning. This is part of the growing into this. This is part of the hermit becoming the mystic and learning, overcoming the dark night of the soul. The doubt isn't meant to stay with us. It's meant to help us look a little closer at what's going on spiritually for us and what we're choosing to believe. And whose belief is that? So FYI. All right, back into the wheel. Yeah, okay, you got my sermon, enough on that. September. Woo! September's looking glorious. Hang on for a minute. September. You're questing for the grail on your own. You're making your choice to follow your heart's desire. This isn't even about romance on this one. Now, this is the Lover's card, but it's where you make the choice of pursuing your path or pursuing a person, and who you choose or what you choose to give your dedication, your commitment, and your heart to. This is soul contract, committed choice towards the self, and you're going to have a little bit of an abundance for choices. You might procrastinate or feel like smoke and mirrors. You need to get clear, and you need to get back to this one grail cup. The one spiritual thing that gets you aligned, go back to that. When it feels like smoke and mirrors or doubt creeps in, dismiss this. Go back to the one grail cup. Choose what aligns with the heart's desire, and understand part of your soul contract is learning. Learning through your humanness to do something, to go towards it. All right, you can show these a little closer. I'll let him go now, finally. He's been reaching so he can share them a little closer, and I haven't surrendered them. It's like, okay, I need to give those cards so you can see them a little closer. They're gorgeous cards. Yeah, you're meant to be learning. September, different kind of education begins for you.
Nice
All
Sharpie
right.
clothes.
What?
Sharpie clothes.
I try to accommodate for, try to keep it G-rated. Sharpie Couture. Yeah, when I first saw that done, I kind of laughed. But with this many cards, there's a lot of decks that have Sharpie Couture on them. So, okay. October. Got to put the burden down. Something you're still carrying needs to be set down. This is like almost at the end of something. You're ready to go in new education here. But it's just you're at your own driveway and you're making the work a little harder than it needs to be. I'm also getting that you need to ask for a little more help in October. I don't know what that's about, but ask for a little help. Or set it down and do it smarter and do it in 2 chunks. What's going on with that? Ask for a little help. You're going to feel like you aren't able to move as freely. This is that page of coins that I was mentioning before. This is the knight that travels slowly but travels freely. But on foot, it's even slower. And it feels like you're going to feel like things have been slowed down. Sometimes when we're trying to get in tune with our guides or in tune with our gifts, and we don't get answers, and we aren't getting, we aren't seeing a ghost appear right before us or whatever. Sometimes we compare our spiritual gifts to other people's. Doesn't serve. Sometimes we compare them to what we think they should be. Isn't quite accurate. Keep the spiritual notepad so you will have the evidence. Go back to your evidence file. Look again. And then honor the gift that you have. Just honor the one. Learn to trust the one thing that you rely on, that you know is the way. Don't expect all the clairs to come in just boom, at once. Not everybody is meant to be, an evidential medium. Not everybody is meant to do mediumship. Some people, I love tarot, obviously. I love tarot. Can do oracle, can read lots of things, but my love is tarot. Also, there will be other gifts that come in that are spiritual gifts that are unexpected and delight you. Yes, unexpected. Your clairaudience will come in a little bit heavier in winter. I don't know why it will, but it will. And I am not getting specific lyrics right now. I am getting clairaudience. Yeah, this is coming in. It will come in a little bit more clearly, but you're working with something else. When you have claircognizance, and it's the knowing, that's one of the hardest clairs to actually believe, because you feel like you know something, but did I just think this? Did I imagine it? Was it just me knowing this, poo-poo, and your intuition gets dismissed. It's dismissed. It's not as clear as dialing in the radio and all of a sudden the song's there. It's not as clear as, suddenly you're smelling lilacs or something and you're like, what is going on with this? So don't expect all of them to come on board at once, and don't dismiss your clair-knowing. Don't dismiss the claircognizance. What you're working with here. Feels like clairaudience wants to come in a little bit later through the winter. Don't know what that's about. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I'm getting crackling fire as the sound that's coming in. So understand that. When you're watching fire or you're in this place where you're hearing the fire crackle, it's helpful to you. Temperance coming in November. The 2 are getting balanced in November. It makes sense to me. Yes. The 2 are coming in November. And what comes in December? The most psychic of the queens, the most in tune of the queens, is the one that is the Queen of Cups. Now you're cup heavy in this read. You've got him here. You've got him here. You've got it here in December. You've got this here. You're learning how to balance this. It's transmuting that you're learning here with the Temperance. And the Queen of Cups is learning how to protect what she reflects upon. How to really guard that. How to dream something new and let her intuition guide. This is beautifully done in December. January is coming next. Let's see what's coming up with this. Okay. Want to see this. Wheel of Fortune steps in here. Ho, Knight of Wands, kicking ass and taking names. This one, you gotta beat. Wheel of Fortune is going to help you, but you need to get out of Dodge when you have these fuckers come near. When you have people that put the version of you that was the version you were at 10 or 11 or your teenage misspent youth or whatever it is, when somebody tries to chain you to a box, to limit what it is you do, or keep you limited in their comfortable version of you. Oh, remember when you used to, remember when you used to go to church with the family and we all did Easter and blah, blah, blah way? Or you remember this from childhood, blah, blah, blah. It feels like they are trying to box you in January and you're like breaking free. Fate has turned the page. You're doing it different. It doesn't mean you abandon everything and everyone, but you simply have outgrown their limitation. Their small beliefs are not who you are. If they wanted to know the version of you, they would have to be made uncomfortable to do so. Some people are up for that and some people not. Some family members up for that, some not. Some friends are up for that, some not. Understand this. You are moving forward regardless. You cannot help it. Time's right there. Gift of fate to move forward. Cover your ass and take whatever it is in February that you need to take. You're going to leave some thoughts behind and you need to travel a little more light. Don't keep giving your thought pattern, your time, not just your resources of energy and time, but the way you think and the way you believe to an older version, an outdated version. You are leaving. This one is getting away from a battle that he doesn't need to have. This one would keep you chained and on the battlefield until you were exhausted. This is January. This is February. It's like, see ya, suckers. Bye. I'm out. I'm out of here. You don't have to play the same games and in the same arena, the same pool, on the same battlefield that others would wish you could be smaller in. No, it's not your fault that you outgrew them. If they want to keep up with you, they will learn how. And if not, that's okay. Different curriculum for different people. All right. That's January, February, March. The stubborn queen, she wants justice absolute. She wants her territory. She knows her worth. She knows her value. And people need to approach her. And people do come approach her. When she enters the room, the party starts. She is magnetic and dynamic. And when she comes in, everybody, they know who she is. Very much. She is the fiery, fiery, gorgeous queen coming in. And she is perfectly herself. And she is not going to be pretzeled into anyone else's accommodation ever. People will approach. She knows wisdom. She knows. Can you see the cat as her companion in this card? She knows her value, knows her worth, operates like the way of the cat that we were talking earlier. Yeah, she knows. She knows absolutely. And she follows where the sun is that lights her up. Not where somebody else tells her go do this. She knows where her own source of warmth is. She knows where the sun is for her. Okay. That's what we got in February, March, April. Who is this fucker? It feels like this devil is a person. And it feels like in April, they're really putting you to the test. Now, this is where you doubt yourself, where you self-sabotage, where you can't get quite past something. And you can see that she's surrounded by swords. This is a really good depiction. Show her this. You can see she's on the shoreline, on the beach. The waves could come in and knock over those swords. They're not, buried to the hilt. They're buried just barely by the tip of them, barely standing. But it's old thoughts, old beliefs that help keep us locked in, and self-doubt creeps in. I want more on this. And it feels like this fucker. I know, language, Angie. I know. That one, they aren't changing. They are not changing, and they are really comfortable with you small and contained, hemmed in. You do not need to be held hostage to somebody else's version of you. Even if it was something you used to buy in for your own. You don't need to be held hostage to that. That's next April. You're going to have to make the choice. You're going to have to kick some of these swords down. When you show her this, it's really small, but it's the Two of Swords. And your emotions have been guiding you through the whole time. But then suddenly in April, your back has turned to the water, which means your back has turned to the emotion. You need to take the blindfold off and actually see that one thought is not exactly like the other, and choose one for yourself. This is coming through. You need the sword of truth that's been in your hand the whole damn time. Yeah, suffer no fools. And this mother effer, big fool, they want you to be the convenient version for them. And they just, man, I'd throw a book at this person. Not the book, but a book, or any particular shoe I had. I would, yeah, they need to step off. When you encounter this person and you get that vibe, don't wonder if this is the one that I told you about in January. Just honor the vibe that is truer to yourself. To thine own self be true over and over again. And this is how you get your wish. And this is how you get what you actually wish emotionally. Anything else? One of the central themes, yes. Walk away from the idiots. Walk away from the fools. Walk away from somebody that's ego-driven, that doesn't let you be the queen you are. Leave the rough waters behind. Walk away from the nonsense. Walk away from it. If it's unsatisfying and it's an old, outgrown image of yourself, walk towards what is for you. All right, I can't lecture it any better. I mean, I'm out of words. You know what I'm talking about. And you likely know who I'm talking about. When you encounter them, you feel like you have to shrink. And that just isn't going to work for you anymore. You're just fucking done with it. All right.
Christopher, you cards can't make this up. Wow, in triplicate.
Yeah, yeah. You wonder, why does she need a second deck? Angie, do you really need a second deck of that? Sometimes I do. Like this one, I almost got a triple of. And I had done a deck mod on one of these, and I did it badly. So I've got this one, 2 of, and I almost got a third one of this, but I didn't this time. But eventually I will. It's the Terramucha. This is Golden Art Nouveau, and this is Terramucha, but you can kind of see, like, here's some of the cards that are very, very similar in the beautiful Art Deco kind of style. Let me show you in the bigger ones. I mean, here's the Magician. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sometimes I do need to, and sometimes we need to see it. Like, it is powerful to see the identical imagery come through. And I realize not everybody wants to see it that way, but for me, it's like a billboard. Hello, Angie. This is your turn. Do they mean me? Is that Angie? Like one time I had to have 15 chickens in a video before I got the message. And Phil put on the video, and I'm like, is this some kind of message from my mom or a sign from my mom? You know, I was doubting. And chickens are always strongly associated with my mom and my grandmother and whatnot. And 1 or 2 chickens, okay, whatever. 15 chickens in, I finally was like, okay, all right, I got the message. I can't ignore it anymore. Sometimes we need the 15 chickens. All right.
You have to put, I know exactly all things. F that guy, too small, too long.
Yeah. Okay, good. Glad you know. Glad you know. Glad it resonates. Glad it makes sense for you. Yeah. And that's okay. When you know, and then you can move on. So, yeah.
All right.
Okay,
we have Emily coming up next.
Okay.
And list is still open. We'll keep it open for another few minutes, but we will be back on Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
So if you'd like to get on now or wait till Friday. The Blind Oracle, the Year Ahead, the One Question Mini and Full, and the Specialty Reads, and those are the apps.
And so,
Crystal, huh?
What for Emily? What's her reading?
It's going to be a full general.
Okay.
Crystal, but chickens, we're getting some soon.
Woohoo! My brother has actual real chickens in like a chicken coop, and good eggs and all that stuff. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy the eggs once you get going. All right. We're getting the Tarot of the Mermaids deck for Emily. I don't know why, but that's what we're doing. So this is, we're in the Tarot of the Mermaids. We might get a little bit of the Tempest going on as well. I'm going to keep this handy. Just, handy. In case I need the Tempest again. Because the Tempest is in here, but this is what we want to do for right now. And this one isn't exactly, it's based on Rider-Waite, but it's not as friendly as the Golden Art Nouveau at all. So the Golden Art Nouveau would be great for beginners. This one, not as much, but it's not terrible. So as far as trickiness, and they haven't veered off of Rider-Waite system too much. So, okay. For Emily, Full, what does she need to know? We're going to lay it in the traditional form of a Celtic cross. And most people have seen this done. We're going to do this in the Celtic cross tradition. Then we're going to go in and clarify where we need to. And we might have a high line or a low line. We'll see what's going on. Can she see that? It feels like this is something that people want to see a little bit more of. I usually do it and lay it in the Australian 10 because it takes less desk space. But when I feel compelled or called to do it, this is traditional, it's in every tarot book. So the other way I lay the 10 across is just a different way of doing it. So what we have here is the conscious and subconscious thoughts. The King of Cups crossed by the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, and a bonus. Justice hidden underneath. This is what this looks like. Very interesting when the cards mess with me. Like Justice right here underneath. And these scales are shaped very much like cup. Now give me just a second. The king knows how to detach from emotions. And this is where you're at. Overriding the waves. He's usually on his throne and goes up and down on the waves and is very, very detached. Keep calm and carry on. The King of Cups in this deck presents almost more like a King of the Ocean, Neptune type of energy. Now we've got the Queen of Coins. She's offering something up, offering the talent, offering the gift. And it feels like very much talent and gift is right. Not just the offering the reward, offering the money, not just the Virgo energy or the earthly energy, offering the actual gift coming forward. And it balances in the scales. Now this scale, sort of truth and the scroll of knowledge here. This is huge. This is what you're offering, your knowledge, your wisdom, and the truth in the authenticity, and you bring it forward. This is what's helping create that balance. Very huge for you. You, as a signifier, what's crossing you to offer it up authentically? I don't know if I passed those to you or not yet.
Yes, you did.
Okay, then I'll put them back. Below, subconsciously, the moody, broody, pouty pants. I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to be mad for a while. How long do you need to be fucking mad? And this doesn't feel like it's somebody else. It feels like it's you. You've been pouting, doing a little bit of the pity party a little too long. That's okay. We all do this. I've done this. But how long do you need to be mad about a certain situation? The universe wants to offer you something different that helps balance it out. So look around, get up, get looking, get out of the past and start moving towards the future. Don't leave yourself sitting under the tree and not taking the opportunity or the gift that's coming towards you.
Haha, I am trying not to pout.
Yeah, stop it. It doesn't serve you. You're just keeping yourself locked in a little bit of, maybe not misery, but locked in a little bit of discomfort when you could be enjoying things. Now, again, guilty. I had a friend call me out on this once in a way that I will never forget. But how long do you need to be mad about a certain thing? How much of your energy do you want to give? Or how much space do they get to keep in your head, right? How much do they get to do there? You know, enough said. Recent past, 6 of Wands, victory. Whether you know it or not, you overcame something and it's victory. And this is like almost like a fire eater, but they're holding this wand big, big, big. Usually this one's on the horse riding through the parade. Everybody can see your victory. Everybody can see that you have this gift and everybody can see it. Everybody can see that not everybody would have done as well as you have done on this in the recent past. Fool here. Consciously knowing you need to take a fool's leap, the leap of faith. Trust the universe has you. And that's a scary thing to get up from, I'm so mad about things not what I wanted, to, okay, universe, I'm ready. Bring it on. I'm going to leap. I'm going to go for it. But go for it. It's so good for you right now. What's coming next is the star. Star is where you follow your true north. The hopes and dreams come in a huge way. The star is saying, okay, you fit in the universe. You'll recognize your place and space in the universe. I want to clarify on that star right now. There's a gift of your voice that needs to be made more present, and you see her blowing on the shell as almost like a blowing on a trumpet. It's like the judgment card is coming up with this star as well. To thine own self be true. We saw this right here. This is what you're learning to do. Learning to not just clarify boundaries, but learning who you are and what you want and how to respect that on your own terms, and teaching others this. Others, not just how to treat you or what you deserve and that kind of thing, but also modeling it for others so they step up for themselves as well. Okay. Yeah. Death and transformation. This is where caterpillar becomes butterfly, right? Huge, huge, huge. Transformative energy. Letting it end, whatever it was that didn't serve the relationship you outgrew, or the one that you have trouble moving on from. It feels like very much ready to move forward fairly soon. Fairly soon. Start going towards what your dreams are. Start holding that star as your true north. Keep that. It's important for you. Huge important for you. Okay. You in the situation now. No wonder you're here having a little bit of a challenge. This is the rose-colored glasses. Sometimes this will come up when we think we've got the perfect partner, 2 of cups, perfect mate, perfect everything, and the fuckers lied. That's just all I can say about it. They've misrepresented themselves, or we just misjudged. We saw their potential through the rose-colored glasses, a little bit of nostalgia, thought this is it, or this is such a great person, or the great boss, the great partner, the great whoever, you know. The nostalgia is coming through really strong on this. And what it's supposed to be is a good exchange and a lighthearted exchange and a friendship level. And this is when I say you trade your favorite rock for the favorite candy bar. Even 5-year-olds know how to do this. They know how to do it, and they keep it light, and they keep going. And when it's not working for them, if a 5-year-old doesn't like that little Jimmy took the swing and wouldn't give the swing to him, the 5-year-old's going to say, I'm not playing with that stinky old Jimmy anymore. I don't like him. He was mean today, and I don't have to put up with him. As we get older, sometimes we have these rose-colored glasses on, and we don't have the sense of the 5-year-old that says, bam. But this is coming through. It needs to be an even exchange. And don't go for potential in anyone. Trust their actions are speaking louder than the words. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Don't give them credit when they haven't earned it. If they're giving you something and saying, I want to trade you my favorite rock for my favorite candy bar, and my favorite candy bar is this, and they serve dog shit in a wrapper instead of a candy bar, you're going to be like, yeah, no. And it feels like you got somebody trying to convince you that dog shit in a wrapper is a Snickers bar. Somebody is trying to play you, and you have given them too much credit. Don't you dare feel bad for telling them to step off. Not at all. Anything else on this? Yeah, you know your value. You know your worth. You don't have to suffer this idiot anymore. Okay, what we got here? This is why you're having a hard time. You really did think you were getting the Two of Cups. They really did do a smoke and mirrors, confusion, delusion, show you all these possibilities. And you really need to move on from them. Pivot from the loss and move forward. Yeah, it definitely has that stench to it. It's not just the feeling to it. It just smacks of it's not a Snickers bar. And they're trying to present it as such. Or maybe your youth would give them credit when they didn't need it. So, okay. 3 of Pentacles surrounding you. There are harmonious elements surrounding you right now. You're in the environment where you can harmonize and bring forth your own gifts in a way that's a little better, a little stronger. We're going to the Tempest now. This Tempest deck is a little bit different. It's not as vivid and vibrant of colors as this. It feels like it came out of a kid's Treasure Island type of book or pirate book. What is this that's trying to harmonize for you right now? And this is in the atmosphere around you. Jeez. Your wish is to have somebody that's more emotionally balanced, like, oh, I don't know, the King of fucking Cups. So, I mean, what are the odds, right? Right, okay. Yeah, that is what you want. You want somebody that is more balanced. And you want people in general around you that are balanced. You don't need the drama and nonsense. No more. No more of that. Okay. And that's what helps harmonize. When you know your worth, stand up for what is balanced. You know your worth. You know your value. You can turn a tumbleweed into a Christmas tree. You can see whatever's in the pantry, see the value of it, and use it and make whatever magic happen with on the slimmest of margins, the thinnest of budget. You can make something fabulous. You've got the gift. But if people aren't willing to grow, to expand, and they aren't bringing more to the table, let's not act like they are. Okay. Death card coming here too, in the environment around you. Part of you doesn't want to let whatever this is for the ending end. This is, again, duplicate imagery. Boom. Hopes and fears. Can I dare? Do I dare let it end? Well, the caterpillar didn't know what it would be like to be a butterfly. The caterpillar didn't know what flight would be like. Caterpillar didn't know. But it comes to a point where there is an inevitability of this. You can't avoid death and taxes, right? Butterfly can't help but be butterfly. Goes through life as caterpillar, thinks, oh, this is great, this is good enough. Then all of a sudden, I need a nap. Gosh, this nap, it's been a long time. What is this sleeping bag I'm in? What is this crazy situation I'm in? And you wake up and you're like, okay, I need freedom. I need flight. I need to just be who I am. Big, glorious. And I need to be able to do it. And you're not walking away of caterpillar anymore. Moon card. There's a little bit that needs to come through, and this comes through. It can represent a month. It can represent deception or illusion or misunderstanding of a situation because something is still hidden. If you're in the sleeping bag, you're a caterpillar in the sleeping bag, in the cocoon, you don't see what's on the other side of that cocoon. You're not quite there yet, and it is coming. It is coming. Near future, it is coming. It feels like this is what's going on. Trust your intuition on this moving forward. Anything else? we're going to pull one from each. Clarify with one from here, one from here. This is the likely outcome for you. It's going to be a month of feeling like you're in the sleeping bag, honey. Yeah, it's a month. It's a month. It's okay. You're feeling a little bit on the outside looking in. Like sometimes this comes through and it feels like always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Or everybody else is making progress. Everybody else has gone on to do blah, blah, blah. And sometimes we get really hard on ourselves and give ourselves the big L and we doubt what we've got. And it's like, no, come on. Now, in my house, when I raised my kids, the F word was not the swear word. The loser word, the big L, that was. And we too quickly assign ourselves as failure or give ourselves the big L when something hasn't worked out how we planned. And it's not so. There's just different layers of ourselves that need to come through. And our expectations, like our expectations of what life would be when we're in high school or our early 20s are so ill-equipped for what we're going to see come at us and what life is going to throw our direction by the time we're in our mid-50s. And I think about it, and I've even said to some of my sisters, would you ever let your 15-year-old self run your life now? No. So why are you beating yourself up over a different kind of expectation? You don't have to have quite that much time run through the span to realize, hey, the expectations were a little bit off and perhaps a little naive, but that's okay. What can come through and what's important for you will come through. What can be for you and is meant for you will come through for you. It's not for anybody else. We are not done with our Earth School until we have completed the curriculum we need to complete. And what's meant for you is meant for you. And it may not look like what everybody else is doing. That's totally okay. It doesn't have to look like what everybody else is doing. What everybody else is doing is none of our damn business. It's not our job to be them. It's our job to be us. All right, the moon. What else is coming through? Don't get stuck too much sitting in the pout or feeling like you're on the outside. No, it's okay. It's okay. You are meant to have this separation that allows you to become freer. Separation from the other caterpillars that went wandering down the street while you took your nap. Separation needs to be there. Solitude needs to be there. Then butterfly time. I can't say it any more clear. I cannot say it any more clear. This is what you're learning. And this is actually what you dreamed for. You actually dreamed. You might be the caterpillar that looked up at the bird and said, don't eat me, I'm going to be flying up there someday. Because you knew somewhere that you were butterfly. You knew it. All right, show her this. And then show her this. Your voice and speaking your truth has to be honored. That's what I've got. That's complete. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, the voice needs to come through. Come freer. Be cleared. You might need to have a really good snotty cry because sometimes things that are stuck in the voice, if we don't speak them, it's because we are suppressing what needs to be spoken. The unspoken is creating blockage here. It needs to be freed, and you might have to have a good cathartic cry, and that might help create release for you. All right, that's what I got. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous energy. Gorgeous energy all through that. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and the mermaids, huge for you. I don't know why. And not off. It's been a long time since I've broken this one out. But the mermaids are big for you. Big. Yeah. All right, let me get a little more water. Okay, babe, what's next?
Our list is clear, Ange.
Are we going out to lunch then soon, baby?
Pretty soon, yes.
I think we're going to go get some
My
lunch.
throat hurts makes so much sense.
Oh, yeah. If you need to have the snotty cry, have the snotty cry. And know that the this or better is a phrase that we hear a lot, but there's so much truth in that. If the universe hasn't given you something that you expected, or you put into a relationship or something that you think you were going to get and it didn't work out, the universe always has a better plan than we do. The universe has all the puzzle pieces, and we just have a little tiny fragment. So, yeah, it's going to get better and better and better.
Been drawn to water, love the mermaids.
Yeah, keep going for it. And if the water is good for you, go where you can be around a lake or the ocean or a river or wherever water imagery can come through. Even if you buy an old painting of like, you know, a ship on the sea or whatever. If you have something that comes through that water connects with you, yeah, let that be.
So Kim and Kristen told me they could hear me breathing. So now I'm going to have to like hold my breath.
Because people can hear you breathing?
Krista said something and Kim's like, oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Like, wonderful.
Well, he's got the iPad closer, so it might be that the iPad is closer and more sensitive picking up on the microphone. So, yes.
I'm sure it is.
Thanks for the technical note. And yeah, I will allow him to continue breathing.
Kim said she thought I was asleep, but you would never let that happen.
No, I wouldn't. No, I'd be
Great. Now I'm all self-conscious.
No, don't be self-conscious. Now you know. I'm sure they appreciate it. No, we just tried different things with the setup, and he's just recently moved the iPads. They were usually
We were
about a
using the
foot
phone,
closer, so
and the
we were
phone
using
was
the phone.
closer. So now the
we'll figure it
iPad,
out.
I have to bring it back so I can get the better shot.
Yeah, but he has to be able to reach it to scroll through it to see things. So it's like, all right.
I know now when I reach for a card, hold my breath.
Yes. Hey, breathing is better than farting.
Freaking knuckle dragger, man.
Did
That's
you
what
hear
it
me?
sound like.
No, he's not a knuckle dragger. He's a dude being a dude, and he's my dude, and I love him. He's a very, very good dude. So it's okay.
So
get some
Emily
lunch,
put
give him
enjoy
some
lunch and keep breathing.
Yeah. We'll keep breathing. We'll keep doing that. Okay.
All right,
I think
everyone.
That's it for today,
We
guys.
will be back on Friday. What?
Friday
Kim
at
put,
11.
oh, Phil, it's not just while reaching for a card. Wonderful. Guess I'll just face the other way while you're doing things, and then I'll only turn around when needed. My
If only it were that
gosh.
simple.
This whole freaking time, everybody's been hearing me freaking.
Now we know. No big deal. We know there's times when the fan is on.
Is
there's
it
times
just
when-
since the iPad, Kim,
It's
Krista?
gotta be. It's
or
gotta
is
be.
it like with the phone too in past shows? Oh, this is the past shows.
He's going to be mortified, you guys. It is okay. It's all right.
Aren't you glad you came over early, Krista?
They're busting his chop.
Kim put, I have ears like
Fortunately,
a bat.
If you guys know that Kim and Krista have been around forever seeing me do this,
Oh,
and if you're new in the room, they've heard you.
It's
you know what?
ongoing.
Whatever.
I'm just gonna. I'll talk.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'll
No,
cover myself.
no, dude. If they can handle it, they can handle it. And if they can't, they can't. They'll scroll on by.
It's all good.
Kim and
Just
Krista
razzing
know.
on
It's all
Phil.
good. Yeah.
I know, Krista.
They gotta
Breaking
bust your
balls.
chops.
Breaking balls.
Yes. That's what happens. Okay, well, I guess
Okay,
we're
everyone.
going to say goodbye.
Yes, we
We're
will
gonna
be
go
back
grab
on
some
Friday.
lunch.
It'll probably be somewhat of a short show Friday because we do have lunch with our son.
Oh, that's right. So we'll try and start the show at 11 on Friday. Is that
Yeah,
right?
11 o'clock and go
Okay.
till, 12:30, 1
Something
max.
like that. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's what we're doing, guys.
Thanks,
So we will
Krista.
see
Thanks,
you
Kim.
Next time.
Take
Thank
care.
you, everybody. Have a
We
happy
will
day.
See you guys on Friday.
See ya.